You're watching the AI Report, an interesting show today. Let's get into it. An article on the conversation.com examines the potentially new job position of the prompt engineer. Turns out there are not that many jobs for prompt engineers, certainly less than what everyone expected, and they are usually generalists who lack the specific domain expertise to write truly powerful prompts. Their strongest side may be some unique knowledge about how AI models work that they can use to create better prompts. Look, I never really understood the fuss about this prompt engineering thing. The whole point of large language models is exactly to avoid prompt engineers or any other middleman. The AI should be so capable that it can understand what you want from it. You don't need any forbidden kung fu technique to get your desired result. And it usually works like that. Maybe you need a few attempts, but eventually you will get the result you want. You may have noticed that even though I have a few technical guides on this channel, I have nothing about prompt engineering specifically, really. That doesn't mean I will never try and sell you a course for $197 on how to be the perfect, precise, prolific prompt engineer. That's my nickname for my snake hole course. But seriously, I'm not sure it would ever make sense for a company to hire people whose sole job is to mediate between the employees and the AIs. I think the employees who should use the AI will have to learn a few tricks on how to use them better. In fact, you can learn those in less than 10 minutes. I even made a video on that. So yeah, definitely learn how to prompt better. But if you were my friend asking for my advice, I wouldn't advise you to try and make a career in prompt engineering. Speaking of AI skills, there's an ongoing debate in Australia about who should carry the responsibility for potentially reskilling workers made redundant by AI. Should that be the government or the employers and the businesses? I'm somewhat inclined to say that maybe the workers themselves can shoulder the lion's part of the responsibility. I mean, they should get all the help they can get, but ultimately, taking responsibility for yourself is what empowers you. By the way, if you want to take responsibility for your own reskilling with AI, subscribe to this channel and check out the guides section. Anyway, in some cases, workers who've lost jobs in Australia because of automation were redeployed to other positions by the same company, and that has worked well. But ultimately, this can't be a requirement for businesses. Do you know how hard it is to run a small business? Having to reskill redundant labor would make small businesses even less competitive than big businesses. That's how you get monopolies. And while Australians are trying to figure out how to keep people employed, Europeans are already thinking about how to work less thanks to AI. President of Adecco in the UK and Ireland, Jean Townend, says that she expects chatbots to give them 4-day work weeks. Jesus, I was born on the wrong continent. These lazy bohemian bon vivants make me sick. I don't think these people understand how competition works. Business is war. If there's an opportunity for an entrepreneur to be more productive, they will jump on it immediately. Instead of working 4 days a week, they will now have to compete with more effective entrepreneurs and will have to work 6 days a week. I think Europeans think like this because they are not encouraged to think like entrepreneurs. They think jobs just magically come from the sky, and it's someone else's responsibility to provide them with a comfortable working environment. It's not like a super hard working entrepreneur is burning their life to create jobs for them. Man, I can't wait for the US to buy Europe. And finally, while that's a joke, the US probably won't buy Europe, they can always bomb them with AI-powered pilotless drones. The XQ-58A Valkyrie is a part of an Air Force program by the Pentagon, and the drone might be deployed in swarms that will serve as wingmen to human pilots. The drones will be fully autonomous. I think we talked about the Valkyrie in previous episodes. They will make warfare cheaper, and they may even end up killing less people because of increased precision and because pilots' lives won't be endangered. But we don't know if that's how it's gonna play out. Maybe there will be so many of these things that the wars will escalate faster. It's impossible to predict. Well, we are human beings after all, and that's what human beings do. Find new ways to kill each other, and that's the way it is. That was the AI Report. Like and subscribe, that's also what human beings do. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.